Jen, oh my God. Oh my God. What did you give me? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. How come? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You sent me Rethinking, okay? Rethinking the solar system 6.8. 9 times 6 is your birth. When you reinvert this, it becomes 9 times 8. 72. 72 times 4, 288. 288, 388, 188, whatever it is. Let me not start there. I don't even know where to start. First you sent me into Venus. 73, the cycle around, I don't remember, the Sontronic cycles. Sonic gasoline, the game Sonic speed. Backwards it says hour. Nick at night, Santa Claus. All I'm doing is I'm going over this real quick to try and tell you how much this total thing makes so much sense. 584 Venus. 84 happens to be the representation of the number count of Pluto all by itself. 73 is Nibiru, okay, inside the 8 planets, 8 by 73. 8 by 3 is your 24, 8 and 7 is your mind. So Venus is now your mind with 7 and with number 3, Earth. Now when I go back to study the planets that go together through Pluto and Mercury, Neptune and Venus, it's the circuit, Uranus and Earth, Mars and Saturn, Jupiter and Maldek. You know what Maldek is? I have to go back and look at this, but it seems like Maldek, okay, Earth is the tectonic plate, of course. That's why something that they don't want us to touch is that copper. They don't want us to have copper in our hands. We can't be vibrant. We have to echo within our own selves. We have to echo in our own bones, and we have to hear the echo in our own bones. Somehow we're stuck to our bones. We can't echo out. Maldek and Jupiter stick together. That's fine, because what it is the circuitry in order to get from inside planet Earth out and in towards the distributor of the frequency, which is Jupiter. Maldek seems to be something to do with the Milky Way of some sort. I have to see exactly where Maldek was, but if they blew anything up to get to Maldek, it's because Maldek had to be that energy supporter. So wherever these rocks broke, it didn't matter. As long as they were smashed up, they had to come together and run in some sort of formation in order to bring the circuitry within it to your star. We all have our own matrix star. It's got to get transported. How does it transport? What did the creator do in order to transport it? I don't know about any of these things, but whoever did this video, okay, and I still think, what do I know? But it excites me because I see within Earth, okay, Earth connects up to Uranus, the 7th gateway, 7 and 3. And now I just turn back the page and it shows you that 7 and 3 is connected through Saturn. 3 and 8 is connected through Saturn, and 8 and 5, which is 2, 5, and 8 within Venus, but now that it's not Venus, because you become that Venus pi, okay? You become the Venus pi, and now you're distributing from Jupiter inside of Mars, connecting the two sides of your mind to run back through Maldek. Oh, that's for sure. Do you want to know about the quarter? The quarterly? The quarter pounder with cheese? What size and how many ounces is the quarter pounder? Because if you knew what a quarter pounder was, and a quarter's a quarter, no matter which way you look at it, you'll understand more about the quarters. The cornet is the ice cream cone. The corners, okay, it also means a corn on the cob. It also means the bird. And today I heard that the fish are swimming in my head. Somehow the birds are fertilizing the fish. Imagine that, if that was true. A bird shits in the ocean, and all of a sudden a fish becomes pregnant. That's pretty weird. The orbital position and frequencies are very important to the revolutions of every 29 years. It says that Earth turns in rotation with Saturn, and that 29 is now reflected that in every 4th year we have the leap year on the 29th day, in which swimming day, because in French they call April Fool's Day the Fool of the Fish, is because the fish is swimming in man's mind, and it happens every 29 days. 29, 29, 29, it stands it. It is the electronic fish, the electricity that goes within us, transported by a fish. Well, something's got to travel. Dust blows away, but fish goes electronically, so we got electronic fish in our heads. In the water, it's alive, whatever you thought. We own the fish, but the system owns us. 700 days of the tectonics, or 13 by 60 of Mars. Well, why not 13 of 60? 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to your 347 AC/DC of the Mars Connect of the 708. But it's not 708 because it becomes the 0. We don't play from number 1. There's only one 1. This is a 1. It's an antenna of some sort. There's only one 1. It's an antenna. That's the way it is. It's just 1. And whoosh, whoosh. 1 sticks out, branches out, the antenna. And it grabs whatever it grabs from space. The antenna. See the way it looks like an arrow? But it's not. 1 area, 2 areas, 3 areas, 4 areas, 5 areas, 6 areas to make 180 degrees. 30 degrees each one. 30 degrees of creation. 4 months of 30 degrees, of 30 days. 7 months of 31 days. And 1 month of 28 days. 1, 4, and 7 in the numbers. So if the numbers tell the truth, maybe we'll go play a little roulette. Because I can show you in roulette, okay? In roulette, okay, when I get to number 19 in roulette, okay, we must add 4 to 19 and make it creation, which says Mars 4 and 19. Why? Because that area of the 1 is in the 19th position, in which we went up 7 times, 6 times. 1 goes up to 4. 1 goes up to 4. See, 1 goes up to 4. We only start counting. Count your fingers. I didn't say your thumb. Count your fingers. We start at 1. We go to 4. We go to 7. We go to 10. We go to 13. We go to 16. We go to 19. We went up 6 areas in order to get to 19. But we started, first was Mars. We started on Mars. We ended up on 6, Saturn. Mars and Saturn, inside the numbers, they group together. Mars and Saturn. 6 and 3. Creation of 6 and 3. Mars becomes 6. Saturn becomes 3. Connected with planet 4. 3 and 4 makes your 19. Maldek and Jupiter come together. 145, the bringing on of the fox. 5, 1, and 4. 1 and 5 equals to your 6. Remember in the last video I was telling you, we only have 5 sides. 1 side is down. We have a pyramid with 3 sides, but there's actually 4 sides with 3 points, but there's actually 4 points. We can interchange one of the points. Something will always go down. That's what's so perfect about the beautiful triangle. Back in here, Pluto comes back with Mercury because it's inside man's blood. But then we run Maldek with Jupiter. Jupiter with Maldek. Mars and Saturn. Mars and Saturn. We roll together as 44. That's what we're in right now. That's the circuit we're in right now. The Liberty comes within the spirit from Jupiter and Maldek, but it comes within Mars and Saturn. So if man is sitting in Earth 3, there is no 6 man, because Earth becomes 3 and 3 Uranus, because it's inside of us. It's our body. The 7th gate that opens in 2 areas, working the 5 heart of 8 and 8, 2 areas. The 7th gate. It's a G gate. There's 2 sides to it. This is what they're talking about. This is how Venus sticks to Neptune. Venus is above Neptune. It's 8 and 2. 8 times 2, 8 plus 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 plus 2 is 10. Makes 26. You want to go back and figure that one out? We'll go back to the video over here, where AC/DC creates 12 and 8. Where number 26, 2 times 6, 2 plus 6, which is the dog pound, creates the AC/DC in the 55 world of liberty, coming into the Grey Cup and having the Super Bowl round down on us. Take a good look at what the Super Bowl looks like. Take a look at that cup, invert it, cut it in half, do something with it, but make it more than what it is. This is the antenna of the Twin Towers. This is the reason they made the building go in like this, so they can come right down like that off of the building to pick up the information, the first stock on the street. Okay? Your matrix mind is Maldek's. Maldek seems to own the matrix somehow. Somehow the spirit connection passes through there. Mars, Venus, Neptune, 2 and 2. Mars, Saturn, 4 and 4. So if you're looking about Neptune, Saturn, Venus, Mars, and now you have to connect Grover Cleveland, the 22nd and 24th president, and intertwining Venus and Earth, and intertwining Earth and Neptune, which is also number 8, 3 and 8, which went together. As I was trying to show you in my last video, 3 and 8, in which Pluto is part of the 3 family, 8 and 4. They own us, 8 and 4. This is the month of August. This is the month of April. April is 30 days. August is 31 days. 61 represent the planet of Saturn. Because 61 is the spirit light, and that's the original amount of light it had when it first had its 60 moons. What other ones do you want to add together? Uranus is number 4. 9 times 4 is 36, complete connect. Your 7 and 8 planet. Your 7th planet is Uranus. Your 8th planet is Neptune. 9 and 5 is 14. 9 and 4 is 13. 13 and 14, M and N. M, N, and O goes into the center, which is number 15, and Neptune is also number 15. 9 and 1, 5 and 5 makes the 10-10 world. Neptune is the passage of the light for the mind that gets divided by one antenna, picking up the signs from both sides, creating the E and the K upside down and backwards, which will all eventually, if you take a good look at it, it'll be M and N. N because of this in between, where the V creates the M on each side, in which the N is like a bookend, which was cut off of an angle like this, cut off both ends. It looks like the bookend or the N letter. So we were talking about this, Genu. This is utterly fantastic. How things orbit each other. How does this person know this so well? It works out so perfect. It's the same thing I'm doing, but we're in 2 different worlds. So I can relate to what he's saying, because in my world, that's the way it works. So he's put words, situations to reality, and I understand it. 176, Neptune, Venus. That is your mind. The spirit of 76 is that. 187 is between 187. This is between 7 and 8 thinking. This is your October. This is your baby of October. This is the blood, the mercury that flows. Maldek is 64. Israel, Zion, 0, Maldek. Maldek, or the lamb who sleeps. DE is 5 and 4. Your mind works. Your mind that sleeps. You're counting sheep. You have the deck. You went to sleep for the night. You have A and A inside your K. You have time heaven, because this is what the K does. It becomes B, it becomes K, it becomes T, and it connects us to H. 2 and 8, making 10 again, 46. But 2 and 8 would say Venus and Neptune. And you are sleeping, my friends. And Maldek is the helper of sleep, because that's what I see in Maldek. You're counting the lamb. It's all in the head. J'ai mal à tête. It means my head hurts. So if my head hurts or I had a bad dream, throw the dice. Ked Sedei. 4, 1. Making it around the circuit. 4, 1, 1, 2. 41 and 12 is 53. And again, we've reconnected. It seems like we've reconnected right here with both signs. Maybe Maldek connects the 2 sides between the spirit and the soul. No, Maldek didn't disappear. Maldek is fresh, and it's still right here according to me. Somehow they needed it in order to embrace the 2 sides of us, the spirit and the soul. 1 and 9 is 19, and pull yellow balls. Yellow is 4 and 6 when you go down to the horse racing. Maldek, and when you connect the 2 blue, when you go to horse racing, you connect the 2 and 3. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is spirit, angel, and man. You have connected the blue world, and pull, it's 2 and 12, both standing and starting with the initials T and W, which is 43. 4 and 3 is the hot and cold water of the 2 sides, and 1 is cold unless you start her up and begin to think. There's more in this than we see, and I will be continuing, and I'm only into the 12th minute. I do want to say something about this cassette. If you want to see it, I'll somehow put it up there. Genu has it. The other thing about it is, let me think. Yes, at the 6 minute and 30 second mark, take a look at it. There's a sad face, and I think it's Neptune that we're looking at it. But not only is it a sad face, Eminem, take a good look at 633. There's a Seattle Seahawk on it. The bird of the Seattle Seahawk is on the planet. I see it. I've been seeing it for years. I never knew what it was until I saw the Seattle Seahawks yesterday. And green is eternal 8. Green is the eternal time. Green 8 is the number 49, which is a replica of 7 times 7. 7 plus 7 is 63. Creation of the 3 worlds. Somehow inside this watery space gas world, whatever it is, take a look at 633. You can see right there the Seattle Seahawk, and his head is pointed that way. When I saw that, my friends, I was back in cartoon land, because I am having the most fun I'll ever have in my entire life. And thank you for feeding me some of this stuff, and I have to try and watch as much as I could, but I have to sort of pick and choose, and you know I'm not going to watch everything because there's basically no time. There's just no time for everything. Only to say that if there was time for everything, I'll do the best I could. And I need to do the best I could because that's the only way I'll have it. I won't put up with anything less. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. And the year-end countdown of 5775. Now, if there were 42 weeks of birth, we would have 39 at 273 plus 28. That would equal to 294. 294 actually says the 2 gateways of Uranus. The actual birth cycle, if it was 42 weeks, you'd say the asshole of Uranus is the way in of the light. And it makes perfect sense. But I'm working on 39 because the last suit only joins in spirit with the diamond suit. The diamond 8 is the last card he needed to beat the 4 asses in life. Because once Satan has got you with the 4 aces in life, the only time you leave is upon death, which is probably another number pretty close to finding out the truth. What is that other number? Well, we have to understand if we come into life as 294s. 2 times 9 is 18. Times 4 is 72. 7 times 2, 7 plus 2, equals to the number 140. Okay? Equals to that number 140 of the telepathic unit circuit, 140, which is 5 times 28, or 7 times 20, or the year 2007. XV11, 24, 48, and 22 is 70, 79, 88. This will say now 88. That is perfect. It connects everything except for the creation of your crustacean, your face. Just this part over here. That's all you need. If you have no face, and you can't open your mouth to eat, and you have no eyes to see, and you have no nose to breathe, well, you ain't here. The belly button takes place. Instead of having a belly button and just one dot over here, the dot's over here. They add on this piece, like a long-necked goose. My neck's as long as a long-necked goose, is it not? Because the spinal cord goes right up to the back here, doesn't it? So this cycle over here, 5, 2, and 8, 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, this is Earth's cycle. 28 is the time of man, the moon's cycle. 28, 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 is 16, Z26, which reverts to T, which crisscrosses between your ears and blow it out your nose. And that's what you have to say for yourself. Let's put Earth and Uranus together. This equals to 136, the letter P. Count 1 to 16, the one spirit of light. These planets bring in the light. 144. This is the 9 card coming into life. Maldek is 145, and that's the fox. And the fox is 666, connecting all 3 worlds. So Maldek is connecting our worlds for sure, 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. Neptune was 176. We brought that in. The one spirit is 76. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 on your 6. It reflects itself. 17 will reconnect 71 within itself. 59, the Einstein theory, somewhere behind Neptune. All inside the figure 8. I do not know, but for now, Raphael 7286. 5 by 2 is 10. This becomes 80. Then it becomes 86. And that's all about the rethinking of 8.6. So this becomes 86. Okay? 86 plus 5 is 91. Plus 10 is 101 thinking. 7 times 2 is 140. 7 plus 2 is 14. Is 154. The one spirit of the coming sun of the egg that lies in the nest. 1, 4, and 5, the first 3 numbers in pi. You can make up anything as long as it makes sense. That's all we're looking for. The reality and the understanding of the sense that it makes. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus in the year 5774 and counting down to 75. Thank you for watching this video.